Your Next is directed by Adam Wingard, and it's revolving around this family that's getting together for a big gathering, but little do they realize that there is this group of killers dressed in animal masks that are getting ready to kill them, to start a big murder spree, and they spend a lot of time stalking them and preparing their weapons and everything. This is actually a really clever and great concept. And honestly, from a story and a pacing standpoint, this is executed really well. This film has a very chilling opening scene that perfectly sets the tone for the rest of the film. And from that point on, it's so well paced. For one, you're getting this major conflict between two people in the family. And watching it escalate, it constantly keeps you on edge. On top of the fact that there's these masked killers stalking them and getting ready to kill them. There's so much suspense here, and there's so much to keep you on edge and to keep you interested in this story, which I love here. I also love the use of music like the use of more happy music to bring in some irony in the really dark moments. It's used so cleverly here. There's also something that they revealed in the third act that brought in tons of suspense and really kept you on edge. It was so cleverly written. And by far the best acting performance of this film is Erin. She is a great character in this film. She's a great protagonist. And she makes really smart decisions in this film. She's not one of the stupid people who always wants to split up or go into creepy basements. She knows what she's doing, and she knows how to survive these tough situations. And you're always rooting for her because she's the most relatable. I loved pretty much everything about her character and her acting performance overall. Rob Morin also delivered a very compelling performance as the father of this film, Paul. And I think just in general, the acting across the board here was great. Some of the characters have some pretty bad dialogue, like some to a point where it's unrealistic, especially at the dinner table, but that's not the fault of the actors. That's obviously the screenplay writer's fault. But in general, I think the character development and the acting in this film is really compelling, and it does well with the story. I have some issues with this film, and most of them revolve around the cinematography. The lighting for the most part in this film is really solid, but there's one particular scene where they use some very excessive flashing lights, and it felt completely unnecessary to the rest of the scene and what it was trying to portray, or just the story and the screenplay in general. There's also a lot of uses of shaky cam. It's very heavy, is excessive, and it takes away from the story and like what's going on, because you're so distracted by such heavy use of shaky cam and a lot of the framing too, where they zoom in on certain areas, people, or objects that don't actually have anything to do with the scene that they're trying to portray. It doesn't help with the suspense, the horror of it. They also have some pretty bad editing in here too. A lot of slow motion edits they try to bring in. They use it for shock value, or they want to add horror to it, I guess, but it never works. It's so excessive and unnecessary, which a lot of the cinematography and even the editing in this film is. If you can put aside those technical issues though, this is a very suspenseful and well-crafted horror film. I'm giving Your Next a 7 out of 10. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video.